Okay, so even though some kids complain, most kids really do enjoy going to school. But what should you do if your child hasn't adjusted to school? Or if they're always complaining about being sick, maybe they don't want to go to class? Elizabeth Gosch from Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine is here to help with all kinds of anxiety issues for kids in school. Thank you so much for being here. So you at PCOM, you guys offer some great services that people may not be aware of when it comes to their kids and anxiety. Tell me about them.
We have a Center for Brief Therapy at PCOM, which is on City Avenue in Philadelphia, and we have a variety of services. We have assessment services, we have counseling services, a variety of different kinds of treatments for kids, for adolescents, for adults, and some of them are for lower fee, so that's helpful for people.
There's a sliding scale.
Yeah.
So, okay, before we even get to you, we're watching our own kids. Parents do that. They assess their own children. At what point do you say, maybe I need to get my kids some help? Is it if they've missed a whole week, if they complain for a month? At what point do you say I need help?
Well, you know, I think sometimes parents wait too long, actually. We have a lot of fears about what it would mean if we called a professional or a counselor. And it can be such a short-term kind of sometimes interaction, and it can be really helpful to kids. A lot of kids suffer in silence. It's a very common problem. 10% of kids have an anxiety problem in the United States. So if you have a classroom of 30 kids, there's 3 kids in there who could really benefit from help. And so we kind of encourage parents to call sooner than later. A professional will tell you if you don't need help.
Wow.
And that is very reassuring for the child and for the parents.
That's true. Now, are there some symptoms that we should look for, some behaviors that we should look for?
Absolutely. Oftentimes we'll see kids who have trouble falling asleep, kids who have trouble separating from their parents. They'll have headaches or stomach aches, talk about being tense, or they'll start really avoiding a lot of activities. They don't want to go to baseball games, or they don't want to go to school, those kinds of things.
And so when they come to you, you're going to be able to assess and tell them whether they need some long-term therapy, maybe some short-term therapy. At a younger age, are things more easily fixed? Or does it depend?
Well, it's amazing. Children are just so resilient, and that's one of the reasons I love working with them. And we can find, actually, one of the treatments that we've worked with, a cognitive behavioral program that's very helpful for kids with anxiety. There's been a lot of research behind it that I work with. That program is sometimes 6 sessions, sometimes 12 sessions, sometimes 16, so it doesn't necessarily have to be long-term.
Wow, and I know for parents, a lot of times cost can be prohibitive, so you guys offer a sliding scale, so if you think there may be something wrong, the best thing to do is to get it checked out.
Absolutely. We're more than glad to talk to parents and find out what the difficulties are and let them know it's okay, you're fine and your kids are fine, and just do these small little steps on your own as opposed to coming in to see us.
Now, I know you guys have an event, Graduate Programs Open House, and that's for people who are interested in maybe being trained to do what you do.
That's right.
That's on Wednesday, November 11th from 6 to 8 p.m. It's right here on City Line Avenue, 4170 City Ave, PCOM. Thank you so much for being here. Some great information.
Thank you.
And give them a call if you want to, of course, have your child assessed.